Hello and welcome everyone to our module planning today. Turn your goals into reality. I know 2 weeks ago we did setting goals. Today it's about planning. Now that you have set smart goal for you and you Avon business, let's take a next step and make those goals a reality. With a good plan, you will be sure to do the right things and with the time that you dedicate to your Avon business. The agenda for today brings us the all embossed outreach. Plan to grow your business. Plan the right support for your business. Plan your Avon time. Plan the right balance of activities and plan to take action. Now, the all embossed outreach. Plan your business like a boss. This matters about the all. And part of the plan will include your outreach. Who do you need to know to achieve your goals? What do you need to do to meet new people? So think about those questions. So let's begin talking about growing your business. Growing your business depends on you and how well you do influence by the people you surround yourself with as well as new people you are out meeting every day. You can grow your business by having the right support system by your side, adding new people to your customer list, and possibly, in this is a stream of income you have chosen building a team. Let's start by talking about that, thinking about, some of these questions. Who is your support team? Who is your next customer? So always you want to have those questions in the front of your mind or thinking when you're talking about and thinking about planning and achieving your goals. Specifically, what you can gain from having a support system during our these calls. Some of you have shared already some of your dreams and goals that you have for this year. How many of you have a support system in the past? Think about that. How many of you have a support system today? If you don't, you might want to start thinking about that. So that's a great reference when you think about having a great support system has a huge impact on how you experience day-to-day life according to the internet intentional worker. People who have a support system are more effective at work and at home. They feel as they have a team behind them and that they are not all alone. So keeping resolutions, whether personal and professional, challenges more easily and less likely to feel overwhelmed. So let's talk about your support system has to involve the right people. It's important you find the right support system for you. So truly, what you one of those who decide you who you want close to you, right? So let's take a moment right now and begin identifying who will you want as part of your support system. You can do this by asking yourself three simple questions. What kind of support do you need? What do you want to join your support system? Or who? Who will you invite into your support system? What type of support system do you need? That's kind of, let's think about this one. Think of the type of support you want. Do you want someone who will encourage you? Perhaps you want someone who will be able to guide you when you need guidance, or someone who will be an accountability partner. Maybe you want someone who in your support team who can give you business advice, or someone who can actually help you run your business, or just plain be your body, right? Remember, your support system can be made up of different people who will support you in a different things. Next, you want to identify who you want to join your support system. Your support system can be made up of friends, family members, colleagues, and even different organizations like church, PTA, Girl Scout, etc. So identify from within all these group of people who you will want to be as part of your support system. Who of your friends, family, etc. is the good in business and can give you business advice, or who can be someone who will encourage you when you need it. Once you know who you will want to be a part of your support system, identify who will you actually invite into your support system. Think of each individual you have found you want to be in your support system and then ask yourself, are they approachable? Are they dependable? How can they support you? Have they earned your trust? Now that you notice we have blank line at the end of each of these sections, that's because there are not all of the answer on these questions. You might have some of you would like to add. So go ahead and add those that you could think of. So again, what kind of support do you need? Who do you want to join your support system? And who will you invite to your support system? Think about that. I'll give you a minute. So now that you know who will be inviting you into support system team, right? Let's take the next step so you can successfully plan you to achieve what you want. We're going to revisit your goal, of course. Many of you have shared what are your goals and what are some things that you would like to accomplish this year, personally, professionally. So think about that goal, write it down. So what goals do you establish for your business? What is it you want to achieve, right? Think about that. What will you need to in order to achieve it? Is it increase your sales, maybe more customers? Do you need to achieve a new level to achieve your goal? Do you need more team members? Once more, ask those questions to yourself. For example, sales more customers that are most common you will sharing, but also see someone who needs consistency in keeping up with the customer profile list. So think about those. Now let's talk about that, now that you have a solid foundation, you are ready to go, right? It's time to plan to achieve your goal and ultimately your dreams. Let's go. You ready? Plan to connect with new people. In order to find your next new customers, you need to talk to your people you already know. We, we can call them your warm list, right? In addition, it's important to find opportunity to connect with new people. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to find new customers. We need to plan activity that connects you with new people in order to ensure that you continue to make new connections. Like reflect on your success, leverage your current customers, leverage your personal network, attend community event, and so on. Just sharing some example with you here. Now let's focus on our plan to identify potential new customers. You can identify a potential new customers by where they land in your grid, right? As you connect with the new people, ask the question that will let you know if they love Avon products or if they didn't know Avon was still around. Ask questions that will let you know if they have a regular Avon representative they buy from or if they don't buy Avon anymore because they don't know anyone who sells it. Those who love or even like the products but haven't bought Avon, they don't have a regular Avon representative or can find someone who sells those, um, are you potential new customers, right? So think about that. Now that you have determined how we can plan find new customers, let's shift focus on planning our time and activity. Avon time is a time you dedicate to your Avon business. We all juggle many things: family time, partner time, social time, me time, and Avon time. The only way you can ensure that you achieve a spending time with all of these people and on your business is to plan. So the Avon time for others, for example, top sellers, Avon, one top sellers I know has different things on a different bucket as priorities. How does she do it? So maybe you want to plan your way, what works for you. Let's go over making the most of your Avon time. Let's talk about how we actually spend our Avon time. It's important to get the most out of the dedicated Avon time, especially if you have decide you leverage building a team as one of your stream of income. Those of you who haven't chosen to building a team, well, we'll also take a detailed look at how you can make the most of your Avon time as we discuss the possibility. For those who are building a team, you also begin thinking about your own activity, and we'll dive deep into then in a moment. So now think about your current Avon time, the time you spend working on your Avon business. Look at this activity and the example under each: planning, selling, managing, and leading. How much or percentage of Avon time are you spending doing these things? Planning, for selling, managing, or leading. Think about that. We recommend that you spend 50 to 75% of your time on your personal business and 25 to 50% on your time leading your team. How can we determine the right balance for you? Right? Once you determine how you will balance your time because of your personal business and you also leading a team, you need to consider how much of your selling time you will spend in selling products versus opportunities and recruiting. So we encourage you to divide your selling and the time you sell opportunity in recruiting in a different percentage. So let's take a look at how that looks like. Once you figure out how you want to balance your activity, it's important to actually plan what you're going to do. Write down all of your planned activity. In order to prioritize them, reflect on your activity and break them down into tasks when possible. The more specific you are, the better. The smaller tasks are more actionable and less intimidating. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you are planning to do a local holiday bazaar. Some of the things, activity that you need to do would include sending confirmation to the event coordinator, get products and catalogs together for the bazaar, also plan my outfit for the bazaar. So those are things that you have to think about. In order to manage your time most effectively, it's important to prioritize the task and schedule them in your calendar. The image on the right is prioritization framework for you. So that allows each of us to consider tasks based on importance and urgency. Urgency is defined based on what is occurring within a campaign. Urgent and tasks that are beyond this campaign and have no longer runway, not urgent, important, and measured based on what will grow my business, and those tasks that are less important but essential to run or maintain my business. So let's take a look at this. The bottom left, less important and not urgent, the task should be delegated if possible. A task here might be updating customer profiles. Bottom right, less important and urgent. These mailing administrative tasks should be clustered and batched together and scheduled within the same time slot each week. A task here might be responding to a customer complaint and answering questions from your customer. The top left important and not urgent. This task should be scheduled in the future. A task here might be attending a networking and recruiting event or sharing best practices with your team member. Top right, it's important and urgent. This task should be an area of focus. Task here might be sales call, key customers, following up with the customers who haven't ordered a certain placing a delivering you order. So think about those things and how important. So take a look at to-do list and think about where will you place these activity. Take your time to do that as I continue with the presentation in another moment. Set yourself up for success. Let's consider some additional things we can do to set ourselves up for success. Continue to do more important urgent tasks every so often, or when you see warning signs, take an opportunity to look at the tasks you are completing each week. Can any of them be delegated, scheduled, or clustered? Setting appropriate expectation when out of the office, for example, you might ask, what can we do to ensure customers feel that we are being responsive even if we're out of the office? Think about that. How will you answer that question? And what will you do? Possible answer could be sure to set you out of the office email and voicemail to reflect the fact that you might be partially or totally unavailable. So when more or less you'll be returning and how best to get in touch with you in case of emergency. When in the office, think about establishing office hours. Office hours provide an open call line for all the customers and maybe team members at set time throughout the week. For example, every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. or Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Every Monday and Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. We abide by the business office hour. We wouldn't go to the bank at 9 p.m., right? So would you? So make it easy for you customers to know the best time to reach you. They will understand. Find a dedicated space, find a space that is calming and quiet so that you can have time to make sure you take good care, especially when making those phone calls and connection. Whatever works for you, coffee shop, restaurant, whatever it is, make sure that those are the places that you want to be at. So now it's plan to take action, 2 weeks calendar example. Then all of your planning comes together on your calendar. This is your roadmap to getting the right stuff done to achieve your goals. Here's an example of a 2 weeks calendar. You can see that this top seller marked her Avon time in purple and planned a balance of activity and tasks to achieve success. She's obviously worked part-time and focuses on her Avon business in the middle of the days when her kids are out of the house. Once you complete your 2 weeks calendar, it's important to reflect and ask yourself this question. Right? Does my calendar reflect the right balance of my activity and tasks to achieve my goal? Another good question to ask yourself is, can I delegate any of these tasks? And so on. So once you complete that 2 weeks calendar, it makes you feel much better once you start taking some action. How do you use your calendar to achieve success now? Right? So think about that. So now that we have covered all the seminar content, let's talk about the application guide for this module. I'm going to be sending it to you through emails as well when I send you the playback of this link. So please take some time, go over the content, go to the replay and fill this in, the application guide, and get it to me as quickly as you can. So let me share with you what the hot topics question is for this module. Share an experience in your past when you got lost, Explain how it made you feel and how you overcame them. So think about that. Share an experience in the past when you got lost. Explain how it made you feel and how you overcame it. Right? So that's the question for this week. Think about that and be ready to share in our call for the following week. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I just want to leave you with this quote. Your goal are your destination. Now is your opportunity to build your roadmap to get there. Thank you so much for being on the call. I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you again. Bye bye now.